What's up, guys? This is day 5 of the Golf Grand Prix. We are going to be going through Torrey Pines here. So we will be using the Guide for Ultimate Golf app again for adjustment. So hopefully you guys have this downloaded. Makes for easy ring calculations. And same clubs from yesterday. So the strategy becomes, do we try to, just blast it down? Do we go for a short iron or lay back to long iron? It's hard with the extraterrestrial. So always really a coin flip to be able to know what to do. The extraterrestrial, not the easiest to hold out with. So sometimes trying to get it up to, and let's see if we can get up to spec distance. Doesn't look like I've set up a ring span for this yet, which I kind of figured. So let's do that real quick. 10, 20, almost 20 spot up. So we'll just flip this up to 20. Very, very close to 20. You guys can use the same spans as me. So very easy to set that up. And then it makes counting up or down, very, very easy thing to do. This is about 6 rings for max. Maybe that's a good number here. Something to the effect of this. 205, 205. So slightly more than 2 rings. We'll just position this the best that we can. As you can see, the wind jitter causes a little bit of issues with coming up with that perfect ring adjustment. This is designed to make it, much more close, where precision is just going to matter. So that little, ever so gentle, and it looks like, I barely pulled more than 205, 202, maybe 203, 204. Like I barely pulled more than 2, and just a hair bit more in that scenario would have been just a little bit better. So the closer that you get is always going to be more and more important, because it's much harder now to get the ball into the hole on a consistent basis. So you're going to see across the board easier brackets, which is a good thing for competition. So here you can see we're down towards the min club value of the extraterrestrial, maybe, 2 rings from min. We'll do this. It's right around 2 rings. And pull angle is also going to be an important thing. You just got to kind of pick a value in there. Just kind of stick with it. Almost 2 full rings. We're going to pull pretty much exactly to that point and see how we do. You can also see that I put some of that left spin. Try to get this to roll out as straight as possible. And maybe just a little bit off on the pull angle. 880 though, so a nice little shot there. You'll want to try to get yours up into the 880s, 890s. Try to get that drop. It's going to be easier with practice, being able to kind of get and figure out that wind angle. And be able to execute that shot. So let's blast this one down. The only thing I worry about the blast shot on this one, might get yourself in between clubs. So you might just need to use a pin. I'm going to be kind of your guys' guinea pig to figure out if blasting it up there is going to get you into range. It looks like it is. So there is max. We are very close to max. Just going to kind of put some left spin on, try to straighten this guide as much as we can. You can see it's just kind of firing straight back. Maybe I just go a little bit beyond that. My typical approach for these is to kind of bring it in the back. So you can see that's what I'm doing here with my guide. We can pretty much use the max value. Let's see what max value says. 4.2. So 4.2 rings. Really going to come down to pull angle more than anything though. So 4.2 plus pull angle. Tough shot to execute. But this is definitely one of the ones that we want to try to drop. So hopefully you guys can, hone in on this one. Give it a good run. As you can see, oh, just off that left edge. I played it very aggressive. You can almost take off one spin and it should still fire back. So that's a good indicator for you, but a very good opportunity to get that one. So definitely recommend, a practice attempt or two, or trying to dial that one up to a little bit more to where you don't have to have it firing back so much. But all things considered, a good opportunity. It should be an easy $9.99 there. That's probably the biggest holes that we want to take advantage of on this entire setup, is getting that one. So let me blast this one down. So we get this up here as far as possible. Sure enough, there's that. Not sure what we'll need. Maybe get it to spec. Let's see if we did or not. Maybe just barely. May not even be able to. Nope, it looks like we can use our full backspin, which will be a good thing. I usually put right spin on this, try to straighten out the guide a little bit. So let's do that. 1 bar of right. This is the max club. We're going to pull in from that just a little bit. Maybe something to the effect of this. You can see what that looks like. About 1.8, 1.9 rings from the pin, somewhere in that. So 2.2. So somewhere 2.25, somewhere like that. That looks pretty good right there. So let's give this a go, see what it looks like. Looks like it's coming in very nice. See if it, oh, so just a little bit aggressive with that ball guide. But as you can see, that was going right on the pin. So just need to set it up, 1.8, 1.9 from the pin, a little bit too close. You just want to back off a little bit if you do a very similar approach to me, which was blasted off the tee. So good opportunities for you guys there. And possibly another good opportunity here with the tailwind. You want to blast this one off. Maybe even get it to your extraterrestrial if you can. So the thing about the extraterrestrial is it kind of really shortens that stingray zone. So we're going to set up here towards max. You can see I took off one spin, try to let this roll out some. So we'll try to do that. I'm going to go 4.2. The max value is telling me 2.4. 2.4, 2.43, somewhere in there. If we can get this zoomed down. All that looks good. Let's see what this looks like. just a bit outside. Maybe a little bit heavy on my pull. I know I was exaggerating it just a little bit. And you do have to be so precise with these low accuracy clubs. So try to do the best that you can there. You know, the similar wind directions is going to make it easy for you to get a couple practice attempts in there and start to dial that one. I'm going to just blast this one off. Nothing too hard with my power. Just kind of get this one out. If we can keep it down the center. Typically, I don't have problems getting this one to short iron range. So I was just kind of blasting it up here. I imagine we're going to stay within zone. That's the reason that you don't see me doing anything fancy. Should be able to do this. And as you can see, plenty of room. This is maybe even too much. You can make an argument that, you know, not hitting it this far is even better because you'll have just a little bit more backspin control. This was about 13. If you guys saw my count, it was about 13 rings down. So that's what we're going to do for our span. 207, it's saying. You can see what I'm doing with my ball guide. This is about at 13 rings. This is about 2.5 from the pin on the initial setup. So 207 here. And let's see what we can do. It's coming in pretty nice overall, just to the left. But all things considered, a nice, good effort. You can get that to run out to the perfect distance. A good opportunity with that wind angle to be able to get the drop. So hopefully you guys are able to. Let's just keep on going here. Tough little angle. Not the easiest angle, as you guys can see. Kind of putting ourselves a little bit in between club. So we're just going to size this one up, saying 6.7 rings. If I can just kind of estimate here. Trying to get an idea of how much backspin to apply. Maybe about that much. Maybe just a little bit more. Take off just a little bit. So not the easiest shot to set up. As you can see, I'm just going to try to get my alignment down and just kind of shift this up just a little bit. Let's see if that is... The hardest part about this is definitely the backspin element. So how much? It looks like I got the alignment. It was straight for it. It just wasn't quite the right backspin. But you can see a nice effort there to be able to get that one. That's going to be a very hard hole to complete there. So not the easiest thing to do. Let's blast this one up. We will pull this one from min. This is min right here. This is about 5 from min. So let's see what this looks like. Maybe 5 from min, more or less, is going to be our adjustment. Oops, wrong slider. So 5 for min, right around there. 3.9, 2 rings. Got that alignment. Just going to pull 2 rings here. Just maybe 1 tick mark beyond 2. Looks like it's coming in pretty good. Oh, so just maybe my spin more than anything, because it looks like it was bouncing right. We just needed maybe just 1 to 2 bars of right there just to counter that rollout. As you can see, it rolled out to the left. So if I would have tried to counter that just ever so gently, it probably would have straightened up and gone straight into the cup. And here's the last hole, guys. As you can see, a nice accessible pin. We're just going to blast it down there as far as we can. Now, usually, from my memory, should be able to get the long iron range on this one, especially with the tailwind. So let me set up to that. We'll put in the 4-0 on the adjustment. And there it is. This is 3 for max. So maybe 3 for max. $2.14 on the ring adjustment. So just beyond 2.1. So let's give that a go, see how it goes. Looks like it's coming in very nice. Oh, just a little bit off and just a little bit long on my ball guide initial setup. So if you can shorten that up just a little bit, a very nice chance for you guys to be able to go out and get that drop. So hopefully you guys are able to figure it out. Best of luck with this setup. As you guys can see, you know, a really solid start here. The big hurdle there was hole 3 with that backspin wedge. You should be able to easily turn that one into a 999. And other than that, we played pretty tidy. And the more tidy that you get these tiebreakers, the better chance that you're going to have moving on to the next day. You're going to see these scores start to jumble a little bit more because the wind is so hard to be able to figure out those little subtle differences. So best of luck out there, guys, and see you guys on the next one. Coming up, day 6.